Hello YouTube. Don't worry, you haven't missed anything apart from a little bit of closing of stream banter, and the start of stream banter this time was pathetic, so I wouldn't worry about missing that. I mean, the person who saw it is probably sitting there thinking, I could do better than that. They probably can. Okay, so we're back in, and I feel that the nude look is not working for my guy. He's just a little bit too Freddy Krueger-esque. I'm just getting to that age now where I'm having to second guess a lot of my references, thinking, if I say Freddy Krueger, is anybody watching going to get what I mean? Is he still an iconic figure? Is Freddy Krueger still a thing? I mean, you can still get the films and that, and I suppose the last one was probably only 10 years ago, but 10 years is a long time in pop culture. You never know what will come and go in that period. All sorts of nonsense could have taken place. Did they do a remake? I hear it had Michael Bay involved. Ooh, how to shit on a legacy. That's what I call him. That's his full name. Michael, how to shit on a legacy Bay. I should probably stop saying stuff like that. That's probably classified as hate speech under US terror laws. I've got to be careful. Loose lips sink ships and all that. So, let's recap on what's happening. I've been repeatedly running past these two Twiggy men, beating them senseless with my Uchi katana, and taking a bit of damage in the offing at the same time, unfortunately. And then piling on through to Artorias for a bit of a tickle with the old ooh, combat. Ready? Good. They've got little. Oh, I thought it was a glass jar. It's a. Is it a watering can? Yes, a watering can. It makes more sense than a glass jar. Certainly, having seen all these guys wandering around tending the trees and gardening away like it's going out of fashion. Gardening's never going out of fashion. There'll always be a steady supply of old people coming in to take up the mantle. Not that it has to be for the old. I'm sure there are plenty of young gardeners out there. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've heard of Young Gardeners Awards. But I don't know if that's where someone is awarded with a young gardener, or if a young gardener is rewarded. Who could possibly say other than the organisers, of which I am not one? Well, that's enough baffling nonsense out of my mouth for a little while. It's almost time to get down to brass tacks and start tickling Artorias with the death stick. But will he laugh his final laugh? That's the question we need to ask ourselves. We need to worry if he's going to batter me senseless, or if I'm going to bring the batter to this fish and chips scenario. What on earth are you talking about, scoundrel? Roll, hit, get away. Okay, that's the tactic. It's going to take a long time. I'm only knocking off 96 hit points per... Dame Vusa. Retrieval. That's right. I'd done a roll. Oh, and you can't roll away from that. Well, you can, but not backwards. You can roll like that. Ying! Crackers. Taken out. Barely a moment to breathe. Oh, but I did get the 400 souls that I got on the previous run for killing the two guys. So now we'll be able to figure out how many runs I've done by seeing how many souls I've picked up throughout the entire thing and dividing it by 400 minusing 400. Maths! What am I doing? I have a computer. I don't need to do maths. I offload that shit into the cybersphere. Yeah, cybersphere. I said it. Oh, crack. While we're warping, we'll have a little glug. Look at this. This is a mug. It does not contain tea, unfortunately, for all those, or coffee rather, for all those people who are seeing the label and thinking, yeah, I love coffee, I can bond with him over that. Sadly, no. This contains an altogether more esoteric form of tea. So, the two Twigmen again. and again and again and again, most likely. I don't think we're going to be getting much in the way of respite. I think there's going to be extreme repetition of this little section of the game. Crackerjack, what happened there? I got hit for quite a bit of damage as well. That's not one. That's a rum deal. A raw deal. Hate these flowers. I mean, it's not vital for you to know that fact, but I do hate those glowing flowers because they lure you out into unexplored territory with the promises of items only to be flowers. Not something that excites me at the best of times. Except, of course, under a microscope, when we are exploring the world of the tiny in Microscopy Corner. That's a little plug, just in case you've never seen the show before. It's a thing. It's something I do. I get the old microscope out, and we peer closely at the genitals of flowers. That's right, I said the genitals of flowers, because that's basically... In fact, the flowers themselves are the genitals. It's the rest of the plant that's all the rest of it. Anyway, enough. I've said genitals already far too many times, this stream. Here we go. Gotta be calm and collected and not like this. I'm going to be laying on my back for the whole thing. Okay, I got one hit, so at least there's some shred of dignity to be taken away from this battle. It's not all defeat and misery. Oh, I didn't get him that time. Didn't feel good missing. Did not feel good. This will, though. Retrieval. Ooh. Oh, not the nicest exchange. Uh-oh. Oh, yes. Oh, that was a greedy second strike. I'm lucky he chose to dodge instead of hit. Shazam! He got me with his goo. All too often that happens. That's right. Foolish fool. Oh. No, he wasn't charging up. Okay. Oof. That's not the kind of move you want to see coming. If something like that's going to hit me, I don't want to know. I want to be oblivious. Maybe not in a game scenario. Obviously in the game it helps that I know it's coming. But he's going to get me. Figgity diggity. Something very special happened there. I dodged with the full expectation that I wouldn't get in there and do him in. That is an attack. So it is actually, Eddie Price was literally saying when he's charging at you, that's when to attack. But you would need knackers like bowling balls for that kind of courage. You would be unable to walk if your testicles were so boldly inflated. Of course, for the ladies watching, obviously, maybe they're thinking courage has nothing to do with testicles, which, you know, is factually correct. But, you know, poetic license and that, I suppose. Not that this stream is a poem. That's an insane proposition. If this is a poem, I mean, it's a fucking weird one. I mean, I know poetry doesn't have to rhyme, but it at least has to be written down, right? Right? Oh, please don't let this be the thing that lasts beyond me into the future, and then the result of that being that I am considered to be some kind of avant-garde beat poet. That's the last thing I want. Heavens no. I mean, nobody's going to be watching it to find out how you got to be good at Dark Souls. I mean, that's not my claim to fame. Claim to fame? Don't really have one of them. Makes it sound like it's something you get from a commission. I'll come out here to stake my claim to fame. I got a square mile of land with a river running through it, and I think I might find me some nuggets of fame. And then you end up taking them back to the assay office and going, look, I found some nuggets of fame, can I forge them into a piece of fame bullion? And then they say, no, unfortunately, these are actually infamy, not fame. And you're now notorious for something awful. What on earth is happening? These little rolls and walks towards the boss from the beginning are interminable. Sinister elements. Ooh, 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 ooh. Sinister elements like Count Oxygen and the Bride of Deuterium. Is deuterium an element? I'm not sure. It could be an isotope of something. Questions. Questions about the periodic table. Twitch is not the place to get those answered, I fear. That's right, sir. You twiddle and you twist. Ooh, and you fucking whack me one. Unpleasant in extremes, that's what I say. Oh, I went for a second strike. It was no good. Ooh, Nelly. That's right. Yeep, that's wrong. Get away. It's a roll, it's a roll. Yeah, no. Keep doing that. I'm going to lose all my Estus floss if I keep that up. Fiends. I'm terribly sorry, Sinister Elements, but I haven't yet put those new tracks you did for me into my playlist, so it's still all the older tracks. Ah, you shitbag. You dirty, hairy shitbag. I mean, I'm hypothesising that he's hairy. The only hair I can see on his body would appear to be horsehair from that tuft on his head, but I just needed something to say. I just needed an insult to fling, and hairy just came out of my mouth. Ugh. Oh man, you're spoilering for the DLC though, so if you don't have the DLC, this is meaningless. You can't be spoiled by this. It's set in an entirely different universe. In we crack. We got to get over this ingrained fucking around that I keep doing. If only there was a way to move faster. If only there was a way to ignore these two guys and not have to fight them. They're taking up a bit of time. But they close. They get to that little pass before I get there, and then there's no way of really ditching past them. Excuse me, Twigman. I notice you're angry. Well, please don't be. I had no intentions of violating your wonderful little woodland sanctuary here. I only intend to find the great knight Artorius and turn him into a kebab. Can you not imagine it? A kebab. Not a shish kebab. One of those doner things that rotates in the window. Oh, feel the saliva build in your mouth. I don't know. I've seen some sorcerers be pretty saucy. Saucy sorcerers are sources of... Damn! Damn! My alliteration ran dry. I went to the well for an S word, and the well said, nah, fuck you, mate. Not having it. Stick it up your arse, you bastard. Okay, we'll stop here. We'll take a quick sip. A quick glug. And return to the matter in hand. The great knight Artorius, and the disemboweling thereof. Hey, Artorius. That's how you do those little moves, but I've got to learn his tells. I've got to find his little ticks and tropes that tell me when he's gonna do a particular move. Getting close there. Oh, Figgins. That one didn't work out. You little spinny git. I got the one hit in, so that's dignity maintained. At least I'm not hemorrhaging dignity like I have been previously. Oh, he psyched me out into a roll that wasn't needed. Look at this. No, don't look at this. Okay. Okie dokie. Fuck it. Smacked in the back by a man with a sword at least a good 2 foot taller than he is. He himself being at least a good foot taller than me. It was never going to turn out well. It was never going to be a ticker tape parade back home. Mind you, I doubt ticker taped parades happen very often in the name of Dark Souls. Perhaps the man who made it got one in his hometown, but I don't think anyone's ever been paraded through the streets and held aloft by adoring fans just for completing the thing. That's a bit much. That's not the kind of response you expect from something like that. Much more you would expect a withering look from perhaps a female relative, or indeed a parent, saying, "You really pissed that much of your life away doing this. Well done." That's much more likely than a ticker tape parade, right? Am I right? Tell you what is right. Whatever I did there, look at that. Absent-mindedly tapped at the attack button a couple of times and just an utter whitewash victory. No doubt I'll have to repair my sword soon, otherwise it will go smash in the middle of a fight. And that's not something we want. That we would describe as a suboptimal outcome. Or at least I would. Those of you rooting for the enemies in this and hoping that I fail would probably describe it as an optimal outcome. So everybody wins no matter what happens. We're all happy. Right, okay, that's enough mucking around there. That was far too silly. Look at this guy, all useless and smug. I don't like your top hat, sir. How about I knock it from your head? How about I stamp on it? Into the white light we go. Oh dear. Unsuccessful opening there. Pretty much. Uh-oh. A wailing. A beat down. Okay, we got hit. That's the important thing. Gotta remember, when behind him, watch out for that black goo. Flies out of his arse like nobody's business. Which indeed it isn't anybody's business. You could have a tumour, people. Have some fucking respect. Yeah, I love that when you do that and it doesn't hit me. Oof. Crikey, that was not... Oh, what a bad idea. Yeah. Jump too early. Jump too soon. No. Figgins. Should it? No, not there. Sorry for all the self-admonishment here. I'm just getting a little bit phased by it. Phased? You know what I mean. Psyched, that's it. Psyched out. Oh, you dirty jumper. You dirty swinger. Okay, calm down, scoundrel. This is not going to get you anywhere. This high-pitched fretting and wailing. Bum stains. Drippy, hair-filled bum stains. And for those of you who may be watching of an American nature, I mean bum as in your arse, as opposed to bum as in some poor homeless person. Always wise to correct for international standards. You never know who's going to misinterpret what you're saying as some kind of jibe at the homeless, as if I would pick on homeless people. That is a disgusting accusation. You can take that right out of here, please. Thank you very much. Back to the Ulasil Sanctuary. Back to the barefoot charge, all the way past the twig dudes. Definitely Dark Souls is one of those games that takes you to a very low place before lifting you up to heady heights when you defeat the boss. Before you get that little rush, you have to do the equivalent of a junkie blowing someone in a train station car park. You've got to grind your way through hideous, hideous woe before you get that rush. Please do stop me if you've heard any of this before. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm in a bad place right now. I could say anything. Thank goodness there aren't hundreds of people watching. See, that's not something you hear Twitch people say every day, is it? Usually we crave viewers. Well, I don't crave viewers. I crave some viewers. I got sinister elements here. What more do I need? You know, but if we say get, you know, a couple of hundred people together, start a cult or something, eh? It'd be great. Come up with all the rules. It would be wonderful. Maybe we could go and build a base on the moon. Although I think base on Mars might have other ideas about that. But we'll see. We'll see. I hear moon bases are expensive things. Some might describe them as a white elephant, a boondoggle. But no. I think a moon base is a valid expenditure. And if you've got the money, there's plenty of moon to go round. Yes! Oh, that was a beautiful one. Oh, and the greed was not punished. Figgins, what the jiggy? 2 viewers for the price of 1. That's all good. Although technically I should demand you set up a 2-computer system in which you can both watch the stream individually and count towards my viewership figures. But I'm going to let that slide for now. I'm going to just, you know, play it cool. You know, everybody gets 1. Do it again, and I'll come round your house and do unmentionable acts. Ooh, I better not do that. That comes across as a threat. That definitely violates the Twitch terms of service. Threats of physical harm. Well, actually, that was a bit more abstract than a threat of physical harm. It was more just a sort of ominous statement. I mean, those unspeakable acts. It could be a mime act. I could be going round to your house to pretend to be trapped in a glass box. You see, that would be an unspeakable act, if you mangled the grammar somewhat. But that's what I do, you know, I like to mangle a bit of grammar. Well, that's okay then. As long as you're individually using different computing devices, that's what's important. Don't let technology slip back into a dark age. Make sure you use it all the time. That's what I say anyway. Okay, so we're going back down the elevator. And we're going to send the elevator back up, because that's the tactic I've been taught by chat. I'm feeling slightly guilty for streaming right now, because Eddie Price was streaming when I went on, and he'd only started like half an hour earlier, and I was thinking, oh man, now I'm in direct competition with old EP. What am I doing? This is madness. But I think he seems to be doing alright. I don't think there's too much of a worry. He's doing the old Destiny streaming, so if anyone's interested in seeing Destiny as opposed to this, that's where you want to go. Although Lord knows how you've ended up here if you're interested in Destiny. Oh, wow. That has to be one of the most thorough and speedy drubbings I have ever been subject to. That just left me utterly bereft. I don't know how to respond to that kind of activity. Should I get angry? Should I get sad? Should I start screaming, crapping in my hand and throwing it out the window? I don't know. It's one of those mystery scenarios you just don't know how to respond in. But the response has been made, and the response is thus. Another attempt. Perhaps a foolish attempt. But you never know which ones are foolish and which ones are wise until you've started and done it. It's only in the aftermath that you can unpick the meaning of stuff. Just to be warned, that statement sounded perhaps a little deeper than it was. Please don't read too much into it. There we go. That was a little bit sloppy though. That was, I say a little bit sloppy, it was a lot sloppy. That was sloppier than a kebab full of wallpaper paste. With chilli sauce. Okay, we're moving. We're rocking and rolling now. This feels like a good run. Even though I got severely mauled by the Twigmen, this feels special. It's either going to be an even more conclusive defeat than the previous run, or it's going to be a spectacular victory for me. One of the two, nothing in between. There's no chance of me doing quite well. It's all or nothing. Shit or get off the pot. Do or die. There we go. Right, definitely need a little sip of a drink before we go in. My mouth is somehow getting drier and drier, and something's gone wrong with the chat. Let's try and fix that. There we go, that's better. Right, in we go. Dodge. Good omens to open. Another nice little dodge. Woof! That was no good. Don't roll straight into him as he's striking. That makes no sense. On any level does that strategy make any sense? No. Hello, we've had a few hits in. Nothing too spectacular, but you know, I'm doing some damage. Figgins. Would have known of that, please, sir. That's it, keep your back to me. It's not enough of a wide roll. What? No, I don't want to use a homeward bone. Ignominy. Defeat. Failure. Despair. Horror. Sorrow. But even that cannot stop me returning to the Ulasil Sanctuary for another pounding. If I need... No. That quip was too mangled. You can't start like that and then carry on. That ruins a joke. Save it for later. Okay, in we go. Seems like a quiet stream tonight. Only the bare minimum of regulars in. We've got Sinister. But it looks like everyone else is sticking with Eddie Price. For now, until he packs in for the evening, I'm sure. Let's stop for a moment. The riddle of steel. Scoundrel, what is best in life? Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women. What a lovely little philosophy to live by, eh? Truly inspiring. And we're nearly there. 9 Estus flasks going in. I can't give you any stats about my performance under that kind of conditions normally. That kind of conditions? Those kind of conditions. But I can guess that I'm probably going to die. Let's try though. Do or do not. There is no trying. You love a bit of it, Sartorius. Now bend over and open up. That's it, scream a bit. That's what we need off of you. Screams. Screams of horror and fear. Oh, Sartorius. Oh, that was no good. That was no good. Retrieval, but just pure dignity, nothing else. No, all success was involved. Blah! How did I only get done on the last one of the triple strike? That doesn't make any sense. Figgins, out of the way! Those big overhead strikes are kinda know when to roll for those now. It's the twirly stuff that gets me. That was too soon. Way too soon. Here we go. Crom! Grinding grain on the wheel of pain. Ah, he didn't let me grind his grain. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's right. I hit you. I hit you quite a bit. No, that was no good. I timed it right. I just rolled in the wrong direction. Oh, come on now, Artorias. Let's not get too physical with this. Try and maintain at least a shred of your dignity as I whittle your life away piece by piece. Oh, no, that's definitely a damaging thing. Let's just... No, that's not a maneuver we recognize. Oh, shitter. Level? I'm in the 70s somewhere. We'll have a look once I respawn. We will soon discover what level I am by analysing the character sheet. 75. Slap bang in the middle of the 70s, so my estimate was pretty damn accurate. Right, warpy warp. Warpity warp warp warp. Warp 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 warp. Grinding grain on the wheel of pain for Crom! Totally like a samurai. For any viewer who has not seen the Region 2 DVD commentaries for Conan the Barbarian, if you are a fan of Mr. Schwarzenegger, and even in an ironic sense, then these commentaries must be listened to, for they are a rich source of quotes and in-jokes. And hearing that commentary will at least double your understanding of what's going on in this stream. Not directly, but through sort of tangential means. There was also a very fine interview with Jackie Chan that should be listened to as well, or watched at least. I'll see if I can find links to that. We shall see what the links provide. Oh dear, I am starting to get a little bit tired of this. Backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. This has been 40 odd minutes of pure failure. Not even a sniff of victory. You see, I can either be fast with the Uchigatana and actually hit him, or I can be slow with the Gravelord sword and actually do damage. Kind of an imponderable question. Like that stupid chicken and egg question that people reckon doesn't have an answer, which clearly does, because clearly the egg came before the chicken. Things have been laying eggs for millions, if not billions of years before chickens were even thought of. Stupid question. Really, really fundamentally stupid question. Let's have a go with the old slow sword. Give him the old 1, 2 instead of the old 1, 2, 3. Artorias, Artorias, your smell is quite notorious. You stink like a beast, and flies like to feast on the crack of your arse, you wanker. Ah, damn, could have come up with a better word than that at the end, couldn't I? Ah, it needs work. Still, maybe it rattled his cage enough that I will be able to press the advantage. Figgins! Oh, that was nowhere near quick enough a roll. Watch out, Artorias. I got my sights set on you as a trophy atop my cabinet. Fucking tits! He's not keen on me getting above half health. It's a hit. It's a flipping hit. Oh, and he allows for a second Estus. Okay. Actually, this run isn't looking too shoddy. Shoddy. This run isn't looking too shoddy. Higgins. Alright, Artorius. I think I see how you want to play this game, and I think I can meet you on the battlefield for a little bit of a tumble. So if you wouldn't mind... Ooh, stop it! Damn it! Damn it! He's wound me up so much that when I clenched my when I clenched my fist in anger, the sweat of my palms made a squelching noise that may well have been audible on the camera mic. See now I have hit a new level of fury. My anger with Artorius, well, let's just say it is impossible to describe it using human language alone. One must turn to the world of mathematics in order to find magnitudes large enough. Oh, fury, rage, angry, and it's 20 minutes until I can have a break and go and have a fag. Damn it! This may turn into a particularly furious, sweaty podcast. Podcast? This isn't a podcast, this is a live stream. Get your internet terminology right, for goodness sake. That's alright, one of you, and you're dead. Good, lovely. Maybe stabbing him up when he's charging at me might be good. Maybe there's a strategy we could engage with. Tactics to grasp. Come on. Finish the run. Struck dumb with boredom, running through the same piece again and again and again. Maybe I should finally cave and play a different game this stream, although I did swear to play Dark Souls and nothing but Dark Souls until completion. And now I've decided to fight this boss back whenever it was, whichever stream I did. I can't chicken out now. I can't backpedal. I just realised I'm sweating here like a paedophile in a playground, and there's a fan over there that I haven't even got turned on. I better sort this issue out. That's right, it's a roll with a hit. I missed him. Put your testicles away, sir. They have no place here. Where'd he go? There he went. Oh, I could have had him then. Figgins! Although that was a fairly dramatic hit that I got there. 446. Oh, look at him. Tumbling around like some kind of party clown. Yeah! Bloody Nora. Oh no. Run! If only my usual cowardly fleeing would work. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it to heck and back. If you can hear a hissing noise coming from outside the window, I believe that's the local kids huffing nitrous oxide. Something's going on. My computer's having a sudden slowdown. It's feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Wait a minute, let's turn this fan on. Okay, the fan's probably going to help. And probably going to help quite a bit as well. A bit of one-handed playing for you guys. Well, hello there, new voice. eCorley30. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name. Oh God, no! Stop it! I'll put my mug down now. Now there's someone new here speaking their mind in chat. I've got to perform. I've got to take it back to the professional grade. I say take it back. I mean, I have never exhibited anything close to professional grade skills when it comes to computer games, unless you can be paid to be bad at them. In which case, had I found out about that sooner, I probably would be quite rich by now. Indeed, my pockets would weigh me down with the tons and tons of coinage in there. Okay, so we're in. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. If you're confused as to what's happening now, I don't know if you're a Dark Souls veteran or if you're someone who's just decided, I'm not going to bother playing that game, I'll just watch someone else do it. That can be my stream watching game. I don't know. People make all sorts of decisions all the time, every day, and by doing so divergently create many, many multitudinous universes. But that's not really relevant to our situation, because we only see time in a straight line and don't get to peek into those other realms. So, you know, what brings you here? Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Up the bum! No harm done, except to Artorias. It's a dodge. Oh, look at these stabby stabs. This is the move that I've been looking for. This is the move you are looking for. Oh yeah, do your special move before I even use Nestor's Flask. That makes me feel good. Let me tell you, gentlemen, there is a tingling on parts of my body that haven't tingled for hours. Boom! Right in the butt cheek. Do you know what I call this move? I call it the butt cheek perforator. Why? Well, try sitting down. Then you'll get the idea. Okay. No problem, Sinister. See you in a little while. Am I going to get a chance to Estus here? Oh, 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 oh! Oh, bad move! Ridiculous move! Get out of there, you ridiculous man! Uh-oh. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Now, eCorley, if indeed I am pronouncing your name correctly, apologise if I'm mauming it. Mauming it? I apologise if I am mauling it. I don't apologise. You don't apologise. Whatever. Let's just forget that. Let's just forget that little dialogue there and get on with the game. Because I'm babbling now. And babbling is usually a co-signee of the contract of defeat. So, probably time to rein in the lips. Well, not now. Not now I'm running through here. Once I get into Artorias, that's when I shut up. That's when I shut up. Or I should shut up. I don't. Usually I shut up a few minutes before I get to the gate. And then I walk to the gate in silence. I go through, and as soon as I'm in, I just start babbling like an idiot again. And my skill levels drop precipitously. Right, run on it. That's it. Skewer yourself and your friend. Oh, I missed him. Heavens to Murgatroyd. As I was actually going to get round to the point, eCorley, that should you wish to know where this has all come from, if you would like to find the acorn from which this mighty oak hath grown, as you might say, then you can follow the link to my YouTube page, which is below the channel, and I've posted every single session of Dark Souls. Some not so glorious, but some so glorious that they cannot be looked at with the naked eye for fear of shattering the mind of the viewer. So do be warned about that. I would recommend using a mirror a la the Gorgon, or perhaps sunglasses like they do in They Live. They might protect you. Who knows though? I've not really tried it. I dare not look into the Ark of the Covenant. I mean, not literally. That would be nice though, if they did one day find the Ark of the Covenant, open it up, look inside, and then amidst all the melting Nazis, they just see my stream. I should have more viewers. Well, it is early days yet. I've only been streaming for 50 minutes. And normally, what happens is, because I usually take a break during the stream, he says, holding a mug, talking, not touching the pad even, but I usually take a break to go and have a cigarette because I am a foul, black-lunged beast of hell. And usually just before that, they all turn up and go, hey, what's going on? And then they all piss off because I go for a break and they're like, oh. Although, if you've not had one of these breaks before, it might be worth hanging around, chatting with some of the peeps who do turn up, because I play some music by that Sinister Elements fella you just spoke to, and I quite like it, I have to say. That's it, the drink's all done. No more fannying around, no more shilly-shallying and dilly-dallying. Time to get nuts deep in this problem. Come on, Artorias. The dodge is good, but I'm not going to press the advantage. It doesn't seem like the time or the place to start waving wangers around. Shit! Shit! Those overhead spinny rolls, they're very annoying. They usually, you can't tell if he's going to do 1, 2, or 3. Actually, technically speaking, after you joined, after you followed, I do have more followers, so there we go. Issue solved. Hurrah! Victory for everybody. Victory all round. What was that all about? You may have noted the particularly poor quality of that play. You may have noted it. You almost certainly did. If you know anything about Dark Souls, you'll be scratching your head going, how did this guy get to this boss? What's going on? He doesn't look like he has the chops to actually bring it, if you see what I mean. Here we go. Back in again. See, it's a good job. Somebody in the stream once suggested that I should do a death count. But unfortunately, I think the numbers involved in actually doing any kind of data processing with that amount of data are just too much for the processor of my computer. It can perform billions of calculations per nanosecond. I'm just plucking numbers and units out of the air there, don't take that seriously. Check it on Wikipedia or some shit. But my computer can do so many calculations a second, but I fear as soon as you entered in the number of deaths that I've experienced in Dark Souls, the whole thing would grind to a silicon halt. Just start arcing and burning, and that would be no fun. I wouldn't be able to do any more streaming if I did that. So let's not try to think. Let's try not to think about how many times I've died. Let's try to think about how many times I've won, because that we can count on one hand, which leaves the other hand free for all sorts of stuff. I didn't say that. What you're thinking right now, I said nothing of the sort, and you are a filthy animal for even coming up with that yourself. I despair of this chat room. I cannot believe you were thinking like that. I'm ashamed to have even met you. See, look, I went quiet just as I got to the gate. I told you that happened all the time. Also, if I was having to push a button every time I died, I'd just wear my fingerprints off, and then I'd be accused of being a terrorist. So, sir, why have you decided to remove your fingerprints, eh? I didn't. I was playing Dark Souls and they just wore off. They wore off like a green blossom. Boom! Oh, I missed him! I keep using the wrong attack. I need to use the stabby attack, and I should have done it there. Come on, mate. He did exactly what I did. Hello, what was all that about? We were both facing the wrong way, and I got punished for it. Oh, and I could have recovered. I could have saved that one. I could have just saved it. But I didn't. As ever. Oh, new viewer, you should have seen the day that I defeated Ormstein's Smough. Oh, there were tears, there was standing up, there was whistling of classical music. I even did a bit of Mongolian throat singing spontaneously, and the resonant note was so high-pitched that angels fell from the sky, stunned. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment. Somebody the other day likened me to Stephen Fry, which I thought was a bit much. I mean, he's got a heck of a vocabulary. And a head start, I might point out. Ah, shucks, guys. You're going to make me embarrassed now. It's a fucking good job I am funny, because nobody's going to watch me for skills, that's for sure. Look at that. Half my health bar gone from 2 spotty little enemies. I ain't going to be challenging any of the online tournaments of any kind of game. Not with these twitchy thumbs. I get a little bit panicked, and suddenly they just start flapping like hummingbirds' wings, spamming the buttons left, right and centre without a thought for what they're doing. It's just a subconscious rut in my brain that I hit. I worry a little bit too much about what I am. I could have been executing a perfect strategy just moments before, but my brain will just go switch off and my fingers will go happens all the time. You'll hear it. There'll be like a rapid clicking noise, probably at about 50 to 60 kilohertz, and that's my thumb spazzing all over the place. You can't say spazzing anymore. What am I doing? I'm revealing my age by using playground insults that were deemed too offensive to use 3 cycles ago. Oh my goodness. I've got to get up with the modern times. I'm an anachronism. Try saying that fast. Ah, you can't roll away, there's a wall! Yeah, you think you've got me, but you have shit! Fuck me! Get away! Please don't close! Oh yeah. Enjoy it while it lasts, Sartorius. You can't win every battle. Although, strictly speaking, that's not necessarily true. Fuck. Oh, look at him, he's playing with me like a cat. What a tease. Retrieval. There we go. Cling on to those shreds of dignity. Oof. Come on, Artorius. Artorius. He's the Artorius TIT. That's right. Stabs all round. Ooh, it stabs, not chops, Artorius. I thought we agreed beforehand. Half a health bar? Please! What was that all about? I also become slightly inarticulate when I get panicky. Fuck you, Artorius! I didn't do it in time! Ugh. Haven't done this in a while, seeing as there's a new voice in the chat. Ah, Dark Souls face! Ah! That was my Dark Souls face. It's only 2 and a bit minutes before I can go and have my break. I mean, this is just an arbitrarily assigned time period that I stream for an hour, then I have a break. I could just go whenever I want, but I feel like if I don't have a rhythm, if I don't have a schedule for these kind of things, people just won't know what's happening, and they'll wander off in their droves. And all the people who turn up while my lips have stopped flapping and it's just music. This boss is unusually hard. Some people claim he is the hardest boss in the game. However, I would say that for me, so far, it's Ormstein and Smaug. Because anyone who wants to find out how long it took me to actually defeat Ormstein and Smaug will need to go to YouTube and tot up all the individual attempts and then come out with the final figure. But trust me, it's somewhere in the region of 9 hours on just runs at that boss alone. Some of the darkest times. But also, the end of it, the final victory, was one of the greatest beacons of hope to all those downtrodden by dark souls out there. You know, anyone who sees that and has been slaving away, you know, I can imagine them having an empathic rush, having their heart skip a beat, a lump in their throat, a tear roll down their eye, going, "I remember, man, I was there, we were all there." Maybe. That would start to worry me. If I was bringing such strong emotional responses out of people, I'd think, oh, should I continue streaming? Am I harming people? That's not good. I don't want to hurt anybody. That would be bad. Well, it's usually my YouTube videos are about an hour-ish. I try and cut them apart at an hour, but you spinning bastard. Oh, but yeah, so it spans across pretty much 9 videos, I think. It forms the bulk of my experience in Anor Londo, let's put it that way. Damn you, Artorias! Oh. I've been recording for an hour. I'm now going to allow myself a little break. I'm going to check and see if my partner downstairs is enjoying Attack of the Clones, because that's the window we have for this stream. While she's watching that, all streams are go. And afterwards, I'm going to give her a lovely back rub and look after her, because she's heavily pregnant, damn it, and it would be terrible of me to not do that. But anyway, ta-ta YouTubers, I'm going to stop the feed for a bit while everyone else enjoys a little bit of Sinister Elements music.